already, please go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe to us. Please, we are just I say 2 subscribers away, everybody, from becoming 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're so damn close. We would really appreciate you guys going over there and hitting that subscribe button for us. We'd really do appreciate that. So, excuse me. All right, Dave, are you ready to touch on some wrestling news and notes? As Red
Let's go
Sox
for it.
fans would say, WWE news and notes. So let's go with first, which we touched on. What was it about when the whole SmackDown Live going to Fox kind of started, and we were talking about the brand split and if there was going to be one or not. Well, rumor killer, everybody. Oh, thank you, Alistair Fiend, for the Super Hearts. Dude, that's really thank you. Appreciate that. There will not, and I will repeat, will not be a brand split in 2019. According to everyone's favorite, Dave Meltzer, despite speculation that it would, the WWE brand split will not end in 2019, despite speculation that it would be due to the Fox deal, according to Dave Meltzer. In the latest edition of the Observer, Meltzer disputed the claims that the roster would become one again to allow more high-profile stars to appear on SmackDown when the brand moves to Fox Sports next year. He said there was speculation going around that with the move to Fox that they would go to one brand because they would need all the top stars on Fox because of how important the network primetime numbers are. That was denied to us and said that Fox doesn't really want to cross-promote the same talent as NBC Universal, and the expectation is split crews would remain. So there you go. So there will most likely not be a WWE brand split. I know we kind of thought there would be a big overload of guys from Raw going to SmackDown Live. Of course, before the illness with Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns moving over to SmackDown, possibly Seth Rollins. The list goes on the top guys that would most likely move to SmackDown Live. So, Dave, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think we'll still see some guys moved over to SmackDown Live, even though there won't be a brand split?
Oh,
I mean,
most
the brand
definitely.
split won't end.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. Because look at how it's all shaping up. I mean, it makes sense. Fox doesn't want to share, and promote a competitive network, so it makes sense to keep it brand split. But I think all the big stars you're seeing on Monday Night Raw right now are going to end up on SmackDown, like Rollins, Ambrose, guys like that are going to be on SmackDown probably next year. We'll do another draft. We haven't seen a draft in over a year, so I think they'll do a draft and we'll get. It wouldn't surprise me if we even seen people switch. Like the management, even if we've seen Stephanie end up on Fox now. I mean,
Oh,
just
shit.
that wouldn't surprise me if they switch it up having Shane running Monday Night Raw. But they definitely going to want to bring all their top stars over there. I would not be surprised if he's still champion next year again. Who knows?
Brock?
But Brock Lesnar, yeah. I mean, he's a big draw. He would definitely draw some numbers. So, I mean, in Ronda, I would not be surprised at all if Ronda ends up on SmackDown because they want those big numbers to tune into Fox to see Ronda Rousey. I mean, yeah, just think about that. Tune in the premiere of SmackDown on Fox to see Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
I mean,
you would have to think that eventually they would move some of these bigger stars to the main to the SmackDown live show, which is going to be debuting on Fox next year. Everybody, so get ready. Thank you, cameraman, for subscribing to us on YouTube. Alistair Fiend, thank you for following us. Appreciate that on Periscope. You touching on Jericho? I looked up on the Jericho news. I couldn't find anything. So, Dave, do you know anything about the Jericho news that I need to know about? Because I couldn't find anything other than him commenting on AOP. That's the only thing that I could find.
yeah.
Let's see what else.
I mean, other than that
Thank you.
promotion that's coming out, but yeah.
Oh, thank you, Speed, for the super hearts as well. Appreciate that. Thank you again, and thank you for the mods taking control of the chat room. Oh, we got a new subscriber on YouTube. All right, we hit 100 subscribers. All right, thank you, Alistair Fiend. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you. We've hit 100
We need like a
subscribers.
soundboard.
Oh, I wish I
We
had
need
a
like a
soundboard.
siren.
That's the next investment, man. That's the next investment is getting a soundboard, man. That's the one thing that I have not gotten, and that's definitely next to all speculation that Jericho and the Elite are starting a promotion. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
look more into that before I touch more onto that. But yes, Red Sox fan, if I knew about it, I would definitely talk more about it. But I didn't see anything about it when I looked it up. All right, so let's touch on some more wrestling news, WWE news. Red Sox fan would say. Possible spoiler, everybody. So if you don't want to maybe be possibly spoiled on who might replace Baron Corbin as Raw General Manager, just cover your ears for a good couple of minutes. There are reports coming out of WWE officials that are currently discussing the possibility of replacing Baron Corbin as the general manager on Monday Night Raw rather than reinstating former general manager Kurt Angle. And it's funny that they're saying this person's name because we kind of touched on it a couple of weeks ago. They are considering giving the role to former women's champion Alexa Bliss. Alexa's in-ring future is currently uncertain due to the suffering a string of concussions. Mike Johnson of PW Insider reports that she had another examination over the weekend, which apparently didn't offer any conclusive results as to when she might be able to return to in-ring action. And I think we remember, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago that we touched on how they're kind of changing her into a different type of a kind of a manager role. And it's looking like she hasn't wrestled in quite some time, and maybe that they're transitioning her to a new position. And it looks like that might just happen. Would you want Alexa Bliss as a general manager on Raw? Do you think she could work out? Kind of like how Paige is on SmackDown Live.
I would. I guess it doesn't. I guess it makes sense, but to do that if they really wanted to. But when you're gonna have nothing against it 2-1 Raw and SmackDown, I don't know. I don't know how they would work like that. I don't know, but it would be interesting to see. I could see her basically becoming just a manager, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it would definitely be interesting how they would work that out, or would they make her just like the head of the women's division, or I don't know, man. That's interesting to me. I don't know.
Oh, Jericho said he's not going to the WWE in the near future. I think because he doesn't like what the product right now. I think that's what he said. She reported she wasn't retiring, but with concussions being pretty scary, this wouldn't be a bad idea. Vicky Guerrero 2.0 says light caramel. I could see that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Corbin's GM tenure. I don't really. Do you remember when it first was Constable Corbin? So let's go back to those days. And I remember you and I maybe mostly me, was pretty negative towards this Constable Corbin gimmick. But after a while, I started kind of enjoying it. I thought he was slipped into the role very well. Do you want to see Corbin continue as general manager, or do you want to see him step down and become a talent, I guess, on Raw again?
I think that would be the smart move. I mean, why not do what this thing was for originally? Like have it be some either a legend or someone like that doing this. Instead of this will be their fourth general manager in like over 2 years.
Oops, sorry about that.
If they go Alexa Bliss, that'd be like their fourth manager. I mean,
did you hear the Phoenix news? If not, go back to my earlier comments. Her best talent is her mic work, so being a GM will be good for her. I agree with you on that. Let's see. I don't see anything about Phoenix. Oh, is it? All I know is that it happened in Mexico. It's a groin injury. Phoenix got hurt. Is that what you're saying? Oh, breaking news as well. Phoenix is injured and is out for the rest of 2018. He also might be out for Homecoming. Oh shit, that sucks. We got some Impact news as well to touch on as well. Excuse me. All right, some more wrestling news, WWE news as well. Becky Lynch. There is reportedly no return date in sight for SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch after she was concussed over a week ago. According to everyone's favorite Dave Meltzer, the WWE is being extra careful with the man, comparing her to former champion Alexa Bliss, who is also not wrestling. He said, yeah, she's out. She's off of everything. No return date. Well, it's a concussion. Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss are still waiting. Lynch was concussed during an invasion of Monday Night Raw via Nia Jax, who obviously punched the shit out of her. And that's what we got with the broken nose and everything else. So, Dave, do we see Becky Lynch by TLC, or do you think they're going to have her drop the SmackDown Live Championship?
She shouldn't have to drop the title. Look at Brock. I mean, she shouldn't. I mean, Brock defends it, what, twice a year? I mean, so why can't Becky Lynch get, like, a preview, you know, okay, if you need to be gone until January, fine. I know it doesn't look good, but they do the same thing with Brock Lesnar throughout the year, so why can't Becky Lynch get the same thing? I mean,
it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Becky Lynch, because there's all this type of speculation on it's going to be her and Ronda at WrestleMania. Maybe they go Nia Jackson, Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. There's so many different issues and storylines that can be developed from now until WrestleMania. Four Horsemen also might even get involved, because even Becky Lynch mentioned Shayna in a tweet over the weekend or this past week. So there's so many ways you can go with this Becky Lynch injury storyline or whatever have you. What is more likely to happen first, Dave? The Nia Jax match with Ronda Rousey, excuse me, with Becky Lynch, or Becky Lynch gets her, would it be a title shot or one-on-one match with Ronda Rousey?
oh, you think Becky Lynch, one-on-one Ronda? What would happen first, I think? I really don't think Nia Jax is a big, well, maybe it is. I mean, because if they do the Rumble, and say they do strip her of the title, and Becky Lynch comes to the Rumble and gets to the Rumble, I think she goes after Nia Jax and eliminates her and beats the crap out of her if they do it like that. But
yeah, imagine the pop if, say, Becky Lynch hasn't been on Raw, hasn't been on SmackDown Live. Maybe they're really playing up the storyline. Maybe she's even on the verge of coming back, but maybe she has some kind of setback, storyline related. And maybe she's number 30 in that women's Royal Rumble.
And can't be.
Oh, that's right. Excuse me. She's 29 or so, you know, kind of near the end of the Royal Rumble, where you think, no, Becky Lynch might not even be in it. And it's her and Nia Jax, the last two remaining in that Royal Rumble. That crowd's going to go pretty nuts, especially if Becky Lynch throws her out of the Rumble and wins it. The pop Becky Lynch will get will be insane. I think that would be the smart route, but will WWE go that route?
Yeah, that's a big question. I mean, she would have to be a part of Raw, because because we haven't seen anything changing yet, which it will change eventually, but I could definitely see, if they do strip Becky of the title, her winning the Rumble and then going to Raw. But do they want to go Charlotte and Ronda at WrestleMania, or do they want to go Becky and Ronda? I mean, that's going to be really interesting to see.
How Royal Rumble is struggling to sell tickets. Oh, really? Well, that's the price they pay when they want to try to sell out these 70,000 seat baseball stadiums. So they're going to have trouble selling out, stadiums like that when there's not a really big, other than the Royal Rumble, it's nostalgia. There's not really much to go on Royal Rumble. You're just hoping that you're going to get a good main event, and there's no showcase match that you're going to let's go see Royal Rumble. Even though I would go see Royal Rumble in a heartbeat. That's one of the top pay-per-views to definitely go see live. It's very
fun. I think those are the main two, honestly. The Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. WrestleMania for sure can sell out itself just being WrestleMania. I mean, literally it can. Rumble can too, to an extent, I guess, but
45,000. Yeah. Okay. Now, the one on my bucket list for pay-per-views, and this is just me, is SummerSlam. That's my bucket list, to go to a SummerSlam. Just because I've never had the opportunity to go one. I've been to a Survivor Series back when I was a little youngin'. They came here with Shawn Mike. Remember Undertaker? No, it was Bob Backlund, Bret Hart. Back when I was a youngin', I went to Survivor Series. I went to Royal Rumble twice when they came here, when Shawn beat Sid, and then obviously the one this past couple of years ago. And WrestleMania I've been to, and then TLCs, stuff like that. But not a SummerSlam. That's the one I want to go to. All right, so for a match that was thrown together at the last minute, Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey certainly delivered at last night's, this was kind of a couple of days ago, obviously. An insider has told WrestlingNewsSource.com that the match couldn't have ended any other way. Ronda is still very much Vince McMahon's golden goose in the women's division. Our source also told us Charlotte is destined to be much like Undertaker, Vince's deity-like creation that will stand the test of time. As dramatic as that sounds, these are terms being branded by Vince McMahon right now. In other women's division news, a long rumored Four Horsemen versus Four Horsemen has no trigger date.
Oh
Vince
no.
feels Marina and Jessamine Duke are still too green, but setting that up was at one stage an option because Becky more than likely would have run out with some of weapon to scare the MMAs off, thus avoiding any bumps. Not the case though. So basically, they would have had them come out, and then Becky would have came down and saved the day, I guess, with a kendo stick or something like that. So there you go. He, he's calling Charlotte his Undertaker. Your thoughts on that?
That's interesting. I mean, we all knew they think very highly of Charlotte. I mean, it was obvious. We knew Triple H did anyway. So I mean, obviously they see her as is it wrong to say that they see her as like an Undertaker? Maybe that's a little too much, but like a Randy Orton who's like a reliable, good worker who's going to do what you need him to do. Something like that to the extent, I think. But yeah, it's a little odd, but it shows that Vince sees her as the top, basically always one of the top. Like Undertaker is always seen as one of the top guys for decades. So I guess that's the way he sees her.
Who would be his
But
HBK? That's a good question. Who would
Sasha
be?
Banks,
Oh, no, that's
she does have that kind. I can see that. She, I can definitely see that.
that's messed up. Truth and Loyalty says better call her than her than HBK. Hey, come on now, man. Come on now. Now, what do we really need to get to the HBK? I have HBK news as well, or not news, but a comment about something that we've been wondering about. At least she's being called his Undertaker and not his next. There we go. HBK. Paul Heyman is going to be the advocate for a Doink the Clown reboot. Really, really. We'll see about that. If that happens, Silver Black Jack, you're more than welcome to co-host the show that night. If that actually happens, all right. Deal. Deal. All right. More. Let's go to the Shawn Michaels stuff since y'all been talking about him just right now. Shawn Michaels was recently interviewed on the E&C pod of awesomeness, in which he revealed why he shaved his head. All right. Are you ready to know why he shaved his head, everybody? Before this storyline started, I was doing a movie. I did this independent movie in Texas where I played a younger version with my hair. And then I played an older version of me that got sick and everything else. So that's why I ended up shaving it for the movie. And then I get called in to do this thing, and I thought, do you know what? Hunter has got his head bald. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it that way. So there you go. It was because of a movie, everybody. Not because of his hair or he thought he looked silly. It was because of a movie, everybody.
Okay, let me ask you something.
He was taking one for the team, everyone. Something that, every wrestler does.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So what movie was Baron Corbin working on?
I don't know, man. That we kind of knew that was going to happen with the Baron Corbin stuff. That was bound to happen. Also, the Street Profits will be losing to LAX soon. Gee, imagine that. You have a segment dedicated to Shawn Michaels. Is this wrestling news? Is it you nitpicking the news you want? No, I got some more stuff to touch on. Red Sox fan, chill out, my friend. Will he grow his hair back? Probably not. Let's see what else. LAX versus the Street Profits would be great. I would love to see them. I know they're supposed to wrestle at Evolve. Is that who they're going to be facing? I didn't read more into that. But man, that would be great. All right, so let's touch on some Impact Wrestling news. All right, Impact Wrestling is in discussion with 3 big television networks. All right, as previously reported, Impact Wrestling deal with Pop TV is up soon, and they are looking for a new broadcasting home. Pop recently moved Impact to a 10 p.m. time slot on Thursday nights. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer is reporting that Impact is in talks with WGN, True TV, and Sci-Fi. It would be interesting if Impact did end up on Sci-Fi because it is owned by NBC and Universal. You touched on that last week, who is also owned by the USA Network, the broadcasting home of WWE Raw and SmackDown. Impact is expected to stay on Pop until they get a new deal. All right, Dave, will they have a new deal? by WrestleMania?
I would say yes. And I think, even though I think it's funny because True TV to me is the most likely spot, and it's actually a Turner owned channel as well too, so that'd be interesting. But
I know you told me we talked about this a week ago, but we're going
yeah,
over it again.
I just don't think sci-fi would realistically happen. Being a competitor, another wrestling competitor against WWE, that make no sense to me. And WGN is a possibility. You never know. I mean, or they could be doing the other promotion. Who knows? But I think True TV would be a good fit for Impact, and I think that's the most likely spot. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion on that. I think it's the most likely spot for them to go to.
Is that the best spot for them to go to?
The best, no. I think WGN would be the best. I think WGN's in more homes than True TV, but True TV's in more homes than Pop TV.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I heard ESPN is getting rid of Monday Night Football to replace it with Impact. Yeah, and pigs fly, Silverback Jack. And pigs fly. WGN most likely wants AEW.
Yeah,
They need to get off Pop to have any hope of getting ratings up. Any of the three would be better. See, and the thing is that Impact was not getting the greatest ratings, but they were getting decent ratings for their show. Now they moved them back to a 10 p.m. Eastern time slot, and that's just the death zone to me. I don't see a lot of people staying up till midnight on the East Coast to watch an Impact. I don't see them
and
doing
even
that
if
for a
you
Raw,
were,
and I don't see them doing that for an Impact.
even if you were staying up that late to watch it, well, guess what? You're in the prime spot of Thursday night football on Fox, which is going into the third and fourth quarter. The game doesn't end until about 11:30 Eastern. So just as Impact is ending, pretty much the last 20 minutes of it or so, I mean, you're not going to watch it because if you're into the game and it's a good game, you're likely going to watch the football game.
Get a little bit closer to your mic, Dave, so
Okay,
you're
sorry.
breaking a little bit. I agree with you on that. They are in they're in a tough spot regardless. And Speeds makes a kind of a decent a different point of view, saying why doesn't Impact just try to spark a deal with the WWE network and have Impact air on the network?
That would be interesting too, right there. That'd be a good idea, but I don't know if that'll happen. But it would be interesting. I think we've talked about it. I even mentioned it. Hey, that would be a great opportunity. You can sell some of your library to the WWE network in exchange. You air current episodes on there. That'd be a smart idea. I agree with that.
Yeah, but their content has been very good the last couple of months. I agree with you. I agree. I have no complaints on Impact as a whole. A lot of their storylines are very compelling. The wrestling on a weekly basis is pretty good. I know they had a throwaway show this past Thursday, but hey, it's Thanksgiving. I think you can kind of just slip them a pass there. And they've had some pretty compelling stuff on the show since this whole rebirth, I guess you can say, of Impact Wrestling. The setback for them is that a lot of people are watching because one, it's on Pop TV where it's on a network that you have to, I believe, pay for, and it's not in everybody's household. And then two, it's on at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Like Dave said, you got football. There's a lot of other things on your television that come on at that time, so you're not going to probably switch over to watch, Impact. So I would love to know what Impact does. It would be great to see them move to a WGN or to a True TV or even to Sci-Fi. I think Sci-Fi would be a nice little interesting spot for them as well. It
Yeah,
would,
but I
and
just don't think that'd work.
I
I
don't
just
think that. I think the most. I think what Impact should do is try to go to WGN. In my
yeah,
opinion, I think
that.
they should try to go for WGN.
But seeing how good they did, WGN did, and kind of have a relationship with the elite guys, and they did all in. They did the pre-show there. Maybe they're trying to work something out and getting some of them. So that's why I think True TV is probably the more likely spot. But I don't know. I hope it is a bigger network for them because they need it. They need a big network, not huge, but something similar to what Spike TV was giving them because they were drawing over 1 million viewers a week on Spike TV.
You're saying what? You're saying people don't want to pony up extra money for pop? I don't know. Probably not. And I don't know the whole how much extra it is for Pop TV. I know it's probably a package channel deal, so It'd be interesting to see what they do there. And I do hope Impact doesn't stay on pot too long because I think they're going to get buried in that time slot.
But they keep showing us commercials for Aero Lucha on there.
What's up, Bobaruski? Welcome, 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 welcome. All in prelims did big numbers for WGN. Ring Warriors is on WGN. Never heard of it. Have you heard
Me
of Ring
neither.
Warriors?
Nope.
I think WGN would be the best spot for them. I really do. But True TV, you can't really complain either. They're most likely going to have AEW. What is
Yeah.
AEW?
It's the all elite thing.
I'm sorry?
The elite thing.
Oh, All Elite Wrestling. Okay. Oh, okay. You think WGM is going to get the All Elite? Wow.
That's
So
what I think too, because they already had a good turnout with that pre-show. So why not partner back up with them again? I mean,
appreciate that, Bob Ruski. All
I
thanks
could see
goes to
it.
Speeds right there. Speeds is the one who set this up for us. So the really have to appreciate him for doing this for us. Let's see. Basic cable channel would be so much better for them, says Michael Johnson 9876 in the chat room. I agree with you, sir, as well. Bobaruski, nice set. True TV has quite a lot to offer, and Impact has the talent. Ring Warriors comes on Saturday mornings around 8 a.m. Oh, okay. I
Who's
gotta
up?
look up. It comes on WGN. I gotta look. Is that correct? I would have to look that up. Maybe I'll check out an episode. I'll have to record it on my DVR. AEW or ROH will be on WGN. You know what's crazy is that Austin Aries wrestles there. Oh, okay. Um, Impact ROH. You know how they come on some like funky TV, funky times on regular TV. Comes on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon here on Sundays.
You know what else it comes on? If anyone gets Charge TV or even Stadium on that internet channel, they show ROH like at 10 o'clock on Wednesday nights or whatever it is.
Yeah, or it's on like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning
And
sometimes.
it also comes on Charge TV. You know, it also comes on Charge, which is the other network, which I even said Charge would be a great channel for Impact to go to because it's a local channel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see what else. What else? All right, so I saw this out here and thought this was kind of funny. WWE asking fans what needs fixed with current product. A new fan console survey sent out to a portion of their fan base indicates that they are at least considering changes. One of the things asked was whether fans believe that the company focuses too much on their corporate interests. They also asked if fans feel like storylines are not given enough time to develop and if some great wrestlers aren't getting the coverage they deserve. There's also a question on if fans want to see wrestlers talking off the cuff. An example, no script. If there aren't enough unique personalities, if stars are not as compelling as they used to be, and if the current champions haven't earned their spots.
This is trolling us.
They're trolling us. They're fucking trolling us, man. They're fucking trolling us. That's funny because like everything they mention is everything that people complain about. They're fucking trolling us. This
They're
is
too
no about them.
scripted. WWE doesn't let no one be themselves. They don't script everything, which I think it's good to an extent. I think some people can do fine without a script, and some people maybe not so much. But yeah, it's such a troll move to say all this crap. I'm sorry, it's bad. Do we script stuff too much? I mean, yeah, it's just stupid. I'm sorry.
That's funny that they put that. They also asked if fans think that the company focuses too much on their corporate interests. Well, no shit, Vince. Yes, y'all do focus too much on y'all's corporate interests. No shit. Hello. You didn't see the backlash you got for fucking Crown Jewel? I mean, seriously. Um, Adam Bond says, "What about all the fucking part timers taking up that time the young talent could use?" Rousey needs a script. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I don't know. Rousey to me, if they gave her talking points instead of giving her a script, I think she would do a lot better. Because sometimes I think she struggles trying to word by word say everything that script had on the paper, And if they said, "Hey, there's some talking points. Talk about Becky Lynch. Talk about Charlotte. This and that. What you would do with them." I think she would do a lot better when it sounds more organic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like how
but
she
I
was
don't
in
think she has
USC.
that trust though. I don't think she has that trust yet. I mean, you have to earn that type of trust. I think to say, okay, you have this much trust to go say that. I like John Cena, like Chris Jericho, guys like that have the stroke and the trust that they can go out there and do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, that is true. But Becky Lynch has to be off the cuff. Becky Lynch is the best women's championship champion ever, says Alice. She's got to be a baby face. I don't. I just think that if she had talking points instead of having a script to remember, she would do a lot better. I think Shane McMahon needs to be on Raw and SmackDown. What? Whoever is writing her a millennial man shit that she's saying about Becky needs. Yes, it definitely, definitely
Apparently,
that
it's
millennial.
Shayna.
The millennia stuff is just brutal.
It's
Ra-
apparently all hers
Rousey is
being
brutal on
liberals.
the mic. She needs Heyman as her spokesman. I agree with you, Silver Black. See, one thing that you have said that I agree with you on. And there you go. I agree with you on that one. All right. Some Lars Sullivan news, and I don't know if he's gonna get a push. Get what this is talking about after some of the comments that I've read that he's been talking. I'm not gonna get into it because I don't want to get into the race and stuff like that. That he just if you want to see what the foolishness that Lars Sullivan had to say, just Google Lars Sullivan, you'll see it. Lars Sullivan is headed for a big push on WWE's main roster, according to everyone's favorite Dave Meltzer. As we've noted, WWE started airing coming soon vignettes, his call up from NXT this past week. It's still not clear which brand he will be on as the vignettes aired on Raw and SmackDown. The Observer adds that there is one specific destination or major program booked for. There isn't, excuse me, a specific destination or major program booked for Lars yet, but the plan is for the push to be significant. Many people feel Sullivan is still too green for the main roster. However, he's the type of talent that Vince McMahon is big on. Of course he is. It was also noted by the Observer that Lars is seen as being so much larger than life when you see him in live in the arena, then he comes off across on your television. Sullivan is now much larger than he was 1 year ago. He had surgery to remove a tumor that caused. I'm not even going to try to say that medical term years ago, but he continues to get bigger. Jesus Christ. So yeah. Any thoughts on that, Dave? I'm not sure if you ECD was going to get called up with Lars. Oh man, I don't know about that. EC3, man. Not to kind of go off subject, but man, what a kind of disappointment, right? A little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of away. He's been a big disappointment since he came over. I mean, he hasn't done anything.
It's kind of like he's stuck. He's kind of lost in the limelight because there's so many other guys on
Yep.
NXT that are more. Should I say this word? And I don't really mean it because I'm a big EC3 fan. More talented than him.
Well, I think it's not talent. I think he's talented. It's just his style is more set for, like we said, the main roster, and it's just it doesn't fit. It really
Yeah,
doesn't.
he's not an NXT guy, said Red Sox fan. I kind of agree with you on that. Like his wrestling style does not fit the NXT style at all. At all. Lars discussed the Triple H remarks about sex with Steph on the Stern Show. Really? His main roster material. You went in a different direction than I expected. Yeah, I don't want to touch on the Lars Sullivan stupid shit that he said about African Americans and CM Punk, and that stuff is just stupid. We don't need to talk. We know that it's dumb. He was supposed to be supposed to gotten called up after SummerSlam. You talking about EC3 or Lars? He's the most ready main roster guy in NXT. I agree with you. If you're talking about EC3, I absolutely agree with you on that. I still can't believe EC3 was able to bring that gimmick to NXT/WWE. I'm glad he was able to Silver Black, because I don't think he would work any other way without that gimmick that he has now. EC3 is literally in NXT for no reason. He's perfect on the main roster. Yeah, because I don't mean that there's. I mean, is he going to get pushed over Ricochet? No. Is he going to get pushed over Matt Riddle? No. Going to get pushed over more than who else? Let's name some more guys, Dave. The Undisputed Era, Pete Dunne, Keith Lee.
Oh, speaking of, we're going to talk about that too, but
The
be done.
list
But yeah.
the list goes on guys that are going to be pushed before him. So I
Yeah,
think
like,
it's
yeah,
best for
like
him
all
to
those
move up to the
guys.
main roster.
Yeah, he's in so much trouble right now. But you also worry how he treated though on the main roster. I mean, because he kind of carries himself. Maybe it's just me, similar to how the Miz does, and it would almost be like, you know, like almost one and the same in a little bit.
Uh,
Cocky, arrogant.
Speed says something that breaks my heart because I feel like he's right on this. EC3 is a main roster jobber. I just can't see him doing anything on the main roster. Yeah. Keith Lee hasn't done anything yet. Yet. And I really feel like Keith Lee is another star in the making. Oh, he's already a star, but you know what I mean. He's going to be getting that push. So, also, if anybody hasn't known that the tag title match has been announced for Monday Night Raw for Monday night, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable get their Raw tag team title opportunity versus the AOP. One, Dave, do we see an upset? And two, do we see a heel turn by Bobby Roode?
Well, no upset, and maybe. I mean, you never know. Or could it go the other way? Could it be Chad? So we'll see. I mean, but no title change. This is obviously what's going to happen. I mean, they're getting a title shot now because they got an upset sneaky win, which just sucks, but that's how they do it.
Silver Black says, I just signed with NXT. I debut in summer of 22. All right, man. Well, good luck, bro. Maybe we can have you on the show as a special interview since you made your announcement right here on the show. I think it's only fair for you to come on the show when you make your debut. Watch those two fucking clowns beat AOP. Jesus Christ. God damn. Oh, man. That's funny. Looks like Keith Lee will have at least a short stint with Lars before he's called up. Yep. Michael Johnson, there you go. You know where we're going. You know where we're heading. We still got NXT to touch on, and we still got Impact. Yo, Brandon Apter. How you doing this evening, my friend? Welcome to the show. All right, Braun Strowman. We kind of touched on this on Monday night, but Strowman has been written off TV and is getting surgery. He had surgery on an injured elbow, and his return date is still unknown. Dave, do we see Braun Strowman still wrestle his match versus Baron Corbin at TLC, which will be a TLC match, I believe?
Yes, it will be. I would say yes because, again, I think I said this Tuesday, they would not have announced the match if they weren't sure he was going to be ready for TLC.
After, thank you. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving as well. Hope you didn't gain too many pounds. You know, that turkey and pie. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just.
I just don't think they would have announced it if he wasn't going to. They knew for sure he was ready.
That's true. That is very true. I debuted at NXT Takeover Saudi Arabia. Wish me luck. All right. Elbow injuries suck, yeah, but he's the monster among men. Remember that. They're gonna do everything they can to get that guy back by TLC. All right, everybody. Uso Heat. And I read this, I was just like, oh God, this is stupid. He hasn't had surgery yet, but he's gonna be back for TLC, says Red Sox fan. Braun and AJ Styles are no longer part of the mixed match challenge. Yes, that is correct. I think Jeff Hardy has replaced AJ Styles. All right, there are a number of reports circulating online concerning the Usos and possible backstage heat because they are not being utilized a great deal on SmackDown. An insider source told Wrestling News Source, where I get most of these news stuff, that there is nothing to these rumors, and Vince McMahon enjoys their work very much, with both Jimmy and Jay remaining respectful backstage. Just WWE agent Scott Armstrong is also reported a huge advocate of the brothers as well. the reason of lack of utilization is just creative being creative per the usual with the whole we have nothing for them at the moment. So basically, why they're not on your television is because they have no fucking clue what to do with them. The reason why Sanity's not on SmackDown Live and others are not on SmackDown Live. Your thoughts on this, Dave? Is it just kind of bullshit of the excuses of why they just leave guys off SmackDown?
Yeah, it is because the Usos were just your sole surviving tag team. How could you not, at Survivor Series, how could you not, even though you don't count it apparently, but how could you not have something for them to be built up? Oh, they do are sole survivors. They deserve a tag team title shot. You know, something like that. Or if you got nothing for these guys, why not send them down to NXT where they could help some guys down there for a few weeks? You got nothing for them. And why the hell did you call up Sanity? I mean, seriously. You should have put them in NXT.
It's just bullshit excuses to me. Why? Why do you treat your tag division so shitty, WWE, especially on the SmackDown Live side, where it's just basically three teams feuding for the past half a year, pretty much. Pretty much, you had the Bar, the Usos, and the New Day. That's it. That's what it's surfaced around. There's no sanity. We get the fucking colognes just randomly thrown in on Team SmackDown. It's just like, what is going on? Like, why can't we get a proper tag team feud?
You know what I think it's missing? I know people are going to hate this, but SmackDown to me is missing a second show. You know, like we used to have when you see these teams that weren't getting used every week. We said they only get used on house shows. So if you put them, had a second tier show, yes, I know people hate that, but for SmackDown,
How about this suggestion? And I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this. You make SmackDown 3 hours.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. A lot more time.
They make SmackDown Live 3 hours, and that would make them be able to utilize more talent. But my thing is, would you want that? Would you want Monday and Tuesday 6 hours of wrestling?
So would that start at 7, or would you keep the regular time?
They would keep the regular time, just like how it is on Raw.
Because they have local stuff to worry about too, like local news and all that at 10 on Fox.
That is true. That is true. So I guess you probably would have to move it back an hour if they would go 3 hours.
Yeah, I would say I think a second tier hour show if you did it would be another way to, use some of your talent that you used every.
How about? I think more people would more like an extra hour of NXT than an extra hour of SmackDown.
Well, if you need an extra hour of NXT, maybe like 30 minutes, but maybe make an hour and a half show. But that's what you're saying.
205 Live could combine with SmackDown. It would fix a few problems. Hey.
Yeah, but it also create some too with with SmackDown. Because then, or 205 Live, because then you're not using their guys enough. You're using the extra hour for your guys. So,
yeah, I don't know. And SmackDown needs something because a lot of the talent on SmackDown doesn't get used at all. Nakamura, just the list goes on of guys and gals that just don't get used at all, and it's kind of a shame.
But would SmackDown turn into what everyone calls for all right now? It's like, oh, it's only 3 hours. I mean. Would that happen on Fox? I mean, guess we'll have to see.
I agree with 30 minutes to 1 hour more of NXT. How about just 2 hours for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? Oh, you want every show to be 2 hours? No, I can't really complain about that. John Cena, everybody, has been announced for some January WWE live events. Maybe he's coming to a city near you. He'll be in Columbus, Georgia, Tallahassee, Florida, Fort Myers, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Charleston, West Virginia, Knoxville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, and Memphis, Tennessee. So if you're interested in seeing John Cena, those are some of the lists of dates who will be there. So if you want to see John,
what do you get paid by WE on the side? Promoting John Cena's live events?
Yeah, I'm promoting John Cena's live events. There you go. So if everybody wants to see John Cena live, there you go. I have to admit, but I watched SmackDown on DVR and fast forward through most of it. Ouch. Damn.
I'm not surprised. I mean, that's what I did with Impact.
Damn. Um, let's see. Anything else? Anything else? No, you want to give us a quick little update on how Impact on Pop was last on Thursday night because I had, like I said, I didn't watch it. I know Disco Inferno.
It sucked.
Disco Inferno, everybody. What year is it again, Dave? I forget.
2018.
And we saw who again? Disco Inferno.
One thing I liked is Sammy Callahan backstage. He's like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's 2018 and we're teaming with Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno. Right? That is the most randomest ever guy to be on the show of Impact. I don't even know what to say. Was it a good skit at least? Yes, we're gonna touch on NXT UK Takeover. Yes, yes, we're gonna touch on that. This because Impact is gonna be really quick, really quick.
They had one 5-man tag, and that was it. That was the only match. They had Scarlett come out with some girls in the underwear, but that was basically it. They had one match in the whole show in Vegas. So, I mean, it was a 5-on-5. We got to see Desmond, which was nice. The main reason I watched it. Desmond Xavier was wrestling in that match, so. And so was Tony's favorite, Alicia Edwards.
Oh Jesus! Oh, I'm playing Disco Inferno's themes music right now, Dave. I know you can't hear it on the other end, but did he have the same theme music? Did they play his theme music?
I don't remember. I don't think I even listened to it. Well, we did watch the match. It was okay. It's a 5-on-5, so what do you expect? But yeah, everyone got their shit in. Basically, what you said. Everyone got their shit in, and then Disco lost and took the pin.
At least the oldest guy there wasn't pushed to the moon like the other company. That's disrespectful to Dave. I'm not being disrespectful. I'll turn it down this a little bit. Come on, I know you'll want to shake your booty to Disco Inferno's theme song. He's been on Impact recently. Oh gosh, remember Dash Wonder Kid, Alex Wright? Oh my goodness, that's going back to the throwback days.
He was the better of the two. I mean, Alex Wright was a good wrestler.
You know who was better, Dave? Oh man, if you remember this guy, hold on. I think you guys. We're just going all on a different tangent now, everybody. I apologize. I want to see if Dave remembers this. You can't hear the music, can you?
No.
Flash Funk. Remember him?
Yeah. You remember Scorpion or Scorpio? What was his name? Scorpio? Yeah, Scorpio. I think it was Scorpio. That was Flash Funk at ECW.
Yeah, and WCW. He was there for the tapings only. Most Thanksgiving episodes are just for the most part.
Yeah, I know, but I was hoping we were going to get a couple matches because at one point, it was TNA. They actually put some decent matches together for those things. They had like a little tournament or whatever, I believe. And this was just like
next
2
week.
hours of clips. That's all it was. 2 hours of clips from old episodes. The whole 2 hours.
Too Cold Scorpio. There you go.
Too Cold Scorpio. Thank you.
Flash Funk at High Fly better than 205. Hey.
Hey, Too Cold Scorpio was doing stuff. He was innovative. He was doing
time. Yeah, he was definitely. I get you on that. Yeah, definitely. Also, we've got 1 or 2 more weeks until a surprise return for Impact. Okay, I know. Also, we have some pretty huge matches next week on Impact. I think it's the Lucha Brothers taking on. Who was it again? Man, I just had it in my head before we came on the show. Lucha Brothers versus who is it, Dave?
I know. I just looked at this too.
Who is it? Lucha Brothers versus.
Swan and Mac.
Oh yeah, Swan and Mac. Yeah, that should be a good one. That should be a pretty good tag team match. Anything else that they have announced for Impact next week?
If they have, I haven't seen it. But
next
Friday they're doing this live. I think it's Friday, the 30th. They're doing a Twitch show where they're going to be facing a lot of these guys off against each other. So that should be interesting. So they're doing a live Twitch show.
Just a little bit.
How's that?
Yeah, way better.
All right. Yeah, they're doing a live Twitch show with some of the wrestling company next.
It's Moose versus Brian Cage, right?
Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. Yeah, and then it's also who is it versus Johnny Impact? I can't remember, but
Red Stocks, man. Yes, I did know. You don't think I know who Flash Funk is? I had to put up the damn theme song. What the hell? I've been watching wrestling half my life, probably the majority of my life. Or excuse me, I've been watching the WWF/WWE for pretty much all my life. Almost said fuck the Lucha Brothers, but that's reserved for the Cockfaces Lucha House Party. Jordan Grace versus Katarina. Is that
Again?
for next week? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
next
it
week.
is. Oh yeah, again, yeah. She's gonna lose again probably.
When do we see Jordan Grace taking on Tessa Blanchard? That's what I want to see. That's going to have
And
to be after Homecoming, of course. But also, yes, also I forgot that the X Division match is returning as well.
Ultimate X.
Yes, I'm sure you're happy about that, Dave.
That's at Homecoming. It's not like it's, yeah, they're I hope this means that they're gonna dive into like more bringing more X Division stars in. You know, like they were doing with that little World Cup thing they did, X Division Cup, or what it was called. But you know, bring in more of these stars and bring in some old stars. That'd be cool too. But I mean, man, because they have really lacked really doing anything with the X Division. Really, that's the only knock I have on this Callis and Scott Demore. Is it Scott Demore? Yeah, I was thinking Demont for him, but yeah, Scott Demore. They really lacked on the X Division doing anything with it because they brought in Cage as X Division champion, and he did what he did. It was good, but now he's going after the title we all know he deserves. So get back to actual X Division wrestlers in this. Like give Desmond the title.
Impact is on the right track. Red Sox fan also said Impact is adding a lot of women talent. Can we talk about how amazing Scarlett Bordeaux looked on Impact this past week? Oh boy.
Yeah, you should definitely check that out.
Yeah, I saw it. Do you think they're focusing too much on her?
Not enough.
Because I saw a lot of complaints. I was watching not on I was on the video.
Is
I
it
saw it on Facebook. And I
is
was
it
just
female
curious on seeing.
complaints?
I was curious to see some of the comments, and a lot of people were kind of not a lot, but I would say maybe about 5 or 6 were kind of bashing how they focus too much on her a little bit. I mean, because she can't really do much other than her looks, pretty much.
It's sex sells. I mean, she's decent in the ring. I've seen a few of her matches. She's not that bad in the ring, but I mean, you know what? Sex sells. This isn't WWE, where it's they're targeting kids. That's what it's PG. They're targeting kids. Impact Wrestling is just trying to get viewers. So they're trying to get the male viewers, the 18 to 54 demographic, whatever it is, and they're trying to get male audiences, and they're trying to get guys to tune in to look at Scarlett. That's what they're doing. And
Absolutely.
if she draws people in to watch, and then they put on good matches, there you go.
How come people bitch about the Divas era but have no problem with Scarlett Bordeaux? That's a good question. That's a
Well,
valid
that's a
valid
different
question.
scenario too. That's two different. That's a double-sided question right there. Because the people who bitched about the Divas era, it wasn't because of just the looks and they couldn't wrestle. It was because they got 5 minutes of TV time on Raw.
She's their Sable with more of a better wrestling ability. Okay, all right. Tony,
Also
that's
better
because they're
looking.
full of wrongness. You don't need that in your life. I was just kind of curious because I haven't watched Impact from this past week, so I'm not sure if they kind of focused it about her a lot or if they just
They had a
focused.
few scenes where she was focused on in the show, where like you showed her backstage, and then they showed her to get Disco to put on the turkey suit. Sorry, spoiler alert. But yeah,
Scarlet can high fly on the down low, says Red Sox fan. I got the Starcade results. Would you guys want me to go over them, or do you guys kind of want to save it and watch the 1 hour special for tomorrow? You let me know what you guys will like. A thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no.
what
I
would
can
you want
tell
to do,
you,
Tony? Do you want to watch it tomorrow live, or do you want to read the results?
I'm more than likely am not going to watch this 1 hour special. So
I planned on it just to hopefully get some good viewership for it, so I
I
could
do watch Impact.
possibly get it
Why
next week.
do Red Sox fan? Please don't troll tonight, man. Come on. You know I watch it. I watch it. All right. So Starcade results, and I think this will probably air tomorrow. The show opened with a special tribute video to the late great WWE Hall of Famer, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. What matches will they show tomorrow? I have no idea.
Probably
So
none.
if you don't want to hear about it, just kind of mute me. Ric Flair and Elias did a segment which led to the heel female superstars coming out. Elias then called up the babyface female superstars to come out and fight the heels. Oh God! So we had Sasha Banks, Bailey, Ember Moon, and Dana Brooke defeat Nia Jax, Tamina, Mickey James, and Alicia Fox. We had Drew McIntyre defeat Finn Balor. Oh, Speeds is gonna love this. The B team defeated the Revival.
I hope we get that match tomorrow night.
Not only did they lose to the Lucha House Party, but they lost to the B team in the same week. We had the Bar defeat the New Day in a title match. Bray Wyatt returned to action as a replacement for Braun Strowman and defeated Baron Corbin. Corbin then restarted the match under no DQ rules and also called out Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Wyatt got help from Elias and Finn Balor, and then Wyatt defeated Baron Corbin again. That just sounds like a clusterfuck. Charlotte Flair defeated Asuka.
By tap out.
Rey Mysterio defeated Shinsuke Nakamura by disqualification. I wonder what he did to get disqualified. It doesn't say, but I'm sure it might have been a low blow. Then Rey Mysterio wrestled again. Rey Mysterio and Rusev defeated Shinsuke Nakamura and The Miz. AJ Styles defeated Samoa Joe in a steel cage match, and Seth Rollins defeated Dean Ambrose to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a great Starrcade to me.
How does Daniel Bryan get on this card?
No clue.
I mean, I guess no WWE title on the line at all because Brock obviously wasn't there. But
Speed said, that's funny, Speed. That's hilarious. That's funny. What? Go ahead.
I was just saying, you know what's funny about this because it was in Cincinnati, OVE obviously, but no, last year was in Charlotte, and it made more sense because Starrcade was in Charlotte so much for Starrcade. And WCW Starrcade was. I mean, but it made no sense to go all the way up to Ohio to have this. That's just my opinion.
It's going to be a Starrcade World Tour, man. Why blow that Rollins and Ambrose match? Yeah, that's kind of silly.
WCW was built on the South, on Southern wrestling. Why wouldn't you try? I know Vince hates the Southern wrestling, but that's what WCW and the Starrcade thing was built on, is the South wrestling, and that's why you had the being in Charlotte, because it made sense.
Bliss says sounds like more like one Starrcade. Yeah. How do you brush off Impact so quick, then go back to WWE? Because Red Sox fan, there's nothing to fucking talk about.
Nothing happened on Impact.
Thursday was a throwaway show.
They did 2 hours and a half of recaps from what happened years past, and that was it. That's all. There was no matches but one match, and that was it. That was that 5-on-5 tag, and that was the only thing they did.
Yeah. So and we kind of said that Impact was not that great. It was more of a throwaway show, but it was on Thanksgiving, so we have to slide them a little bit of a pass. But the last couple of weeks has been pretty solid on Impact. So if you haven't watched it and you do have Pop TV, I would definitely go out and check it out if you can. Anything else? Anything else? Well, not last Thursday's episode, but next week's episode looks like it's going to be pretty solid. 205 Live. What's going on over there, Dave? I haven't been able to watch 205 Live yet. Was going to watch it today, but I got a little bit busy helping the family put up the old Christmas tree. So how was 205 Live?
It was good. I mean, they announced this, which it makes no sense to me what they're doing, but whatever. Because what is the freaking point? They had I think they had a tag match. They had Kendrick and Tozawa versus some local jobbers, local enhancement talent, and next week there's gonna be a tag match with Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese versus I think it's Alexander and Ali, which makes no fucking sense to me at all. why are you having all these damn tag matches? You don't have a tag title. And then when I actually tweeted that, and then Buddy Murphy said, "Oh, what? We're finally getting those tag championships." And it was just funny, but yeah, the main event was TJP versus Graham Metalik, which was a good match. And they also announced, I believe, there's gonna be another tag match with those two coming soon. So it's like they're just doing all these tag matches for no reason. But it does seem like they've created a faction between Triple H loves factions. So I mean, you got Maria and Mike, and now TJP all as like a team.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. So it looks like they're the what they're trying to steal the masks.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
funny. They came out, TJP and Mike Hollis came out wearing masks, which is funny.
since I did see excuse me, Adam Bomb mention it. Homecoming tickets are available Monday if you guys are interested in going to see Impact live at the Asylum. The tickets go on sale Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Nope, and they're playing the little commercial for it. There you go. VIP packages didn't last long, and neither will tickets for Impact Homecoming. Tickets will be on sale right here on ImpactWrestling.com. Everybody.
Hey, you know
So
what? I give them credit. They're doing it smart right now because they already got their main event booked.
yeah, and
You
it's
know
a
they got
pretty
yeah.
yeah, it's a solid main event as well with
How else? It's easy to sell tickets that way if you have your main event already booked in advance, and then there you go.
and Johnny Impact taking on Brian Cage should be a pretty good match as well. I've never seen an audience that troll a host quite like your audience, Tony. I have no idea. They like to troll me, man. They like to troll. I think it's just part of their gimmick. Not sure why. Um, what else? What else? What else? We touched Starcade, touched on Impact, touched on 205 Live, NXT.
It was a throwaway show.
Another throwaway show, yeah. But hey, you gotta kind of expect these throwaway shows on the holiday weeks.
Well, especially when they just came off a takeover. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think they gave like Nikki Cross and what's her face?
Candice
Uh,
LeRae.
yeah, her. They gave them like 8 minutes, I think. So yeah, for the main event. But yeah, it is what it is. It was kind of like a 205 live thing. Where they only get like 30 minutes for the whole thing. They did two jobber matches, which they didn't like. They promoted they were doing. They never showed the Riddle and Gargano or Riddle and Gargano, Riddle and Ono match because they just basically replayed the same match. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll do it later down the line, but who knows?
Oh, and Dave, you're wondering why Daniel Bryan was not on the show. Hold on. The rest of the card will be amazing as well, leading to a potential debut episode on True TV. Look at Adam Bomb just throwing it out there. Um, I hope that's true. I absolutely hope that's true.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
Again, another special thanks for Spees and the benchmark for, well, I should just say Spees for putting this whole layout together for us. We do really appreciate it. It looks a lot better than our last layout. So we do appreciate the time and effort he put into doing this for us. He didn't have to do it. He did it on his own. And I really do appreciate that. So please give them a follow. Really good show. I know Dave enjoys trolling him with the revival stuff. So we do appreciate you guys. Appreciate him coming in here and doing this for us, and the Super Hearts as well with Alistair Fiend as well. And don't forget, everybody, if you haven't already, we finally hit the 100 subscriber mark on YouTube, so we do appreciate that. But please go follow our show on YouTube. That's the only way you'll be able to get in this big old Christmas giveaway. And I'm talking, it's going to be about a $50 to $100 giveaway, gift cards, shirts, stuff that you guys will really enjoy opening up. Yes, it'll be all WWE related. I am sorry. So if you're not interested in any WWE product, then don't enter or enter for someone else, maybe. So we do appreciate everybody's support. It's been amazing. I'll make a new one that says we're gonna talk about whatever the fuck I want to. There you go. That'll work. I like that. Daniel Bryan given time off from upcoming WWE live events. Apparently, he has time off several upcoming WWE live events. WWE does not have Bryan advertised for Starcade, uh, Sunday night's live event in Madison, Wisconsin, December 2nd, in Arlington, Texas. Also, a couple of shows in Canada and Baltimore. Stuff we don't give a fuck about. So
Well, we
basically,
did hear before this that he wanted a lighter schedule, and apparently that's what he signed for his new contract. He's getting a lighter schedule.
oh, add a picture of Lucha House Party beating beating Revive. Oh, we can't do that, bro. Can't do that, dude. They can't do that. He's already having enough time with the Revival as it is. Imagine what's probably going to happen to them this week on Raw when they probably have to face the Lucha House Party in singles matches and probably lose to both of them or three of them and the Pinata as well. You got any Ring Wars merch to give away? What the hell is Ring War? Is that even a good show to even look up right now? Because I don't want it to be all disappointing. Ring Warriors. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. Austin Aries, West Briscoe's in this. It airs Saturday's episode of Ring Warriors, 8 a.m. Eastern and 7 a.m. Pacific. God damn, it comes on super early.
Dude, that's your big promoting. Come watch Austin Aries and Wes Briscoe, former member of Aces and Eights.
Oh, God. Remember Aces and Eights? It is a wrestling show. I gotta watch at least one episode. It's based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. There you go. That's basically all we need to know about that. So
and they probably draw 5 people a week.
I wonder what those ratings are. It can't be great. Yeah, Wes Briscoe LOL says Bob Aruski. It's decent, but nothing great. All right, I'll give it that. All right, I'll give it at least a shot. How about that? So if you're new to the show, like I said, please hit that follow button. We welcome all new. Yes, 7 a.m. Pacific. Adam Bomb. What channel? WGN. Jody comes on WGN. Is there anything else? I bought some Topps cards from Target earlier. They just had the women's division boxes. Really? No way. I told you when I went there to Target that all the wrestling top cards were that was the last box. They were selling like hotcakes. I got to get some more. I got to get some more of those because that was fun opening that. What did you think of that? Jeff Cobb is their champ. That dude is badass. Yes, Jeff Cobb is a badass mother effer. Oh shit! Thank you, DX. We forgot about that. The NXT UK Takeover, Dave. What are your thoughts on that?
How surprising! Looks like I got to catch up on some Takeover.
Yeah, well, Triple H announced, I believe, today that for the first time ever, they're returning to the place that they've been before. I don't know how that's possible, but they're going back to Blackpool, for the NXT UK Takeover event. So that should be very interesting.
I'm sorry. It's interesting the timing of when this is happening. It just is. Oh, look. Impact's doing Homecoming. Wrestle Kingdom. And now all of a sudden, WWE's doing a UK special. I mean, that's kind of funny how that works out.
And apparently Triple H was hyping the crap out of this and saying that people from around the world want to be a part of NXT UK. Do you think this could possibly, I don't want to say be more popular than the regular NXT, but can it get to that NXT type level?
I think it already is. If you've watched any of this at all, I mean, they're putting on some match of the year candidates. In my opinion, I'm sure Texas Kid, if he's watching, like, no, that's not good wrestling. It's not Rollins. So that was his take. But, I mean, yeah, if anyone hasn't seen this match, go see Noam Dar versus Gibson. I can't remember his first name now, but Noam Dar versus Zach Gibson, I think. That match was like 20 minutes long, and it was unbelievable.
I got an Ember Moon official ring mat relic card and Alexa Bliss autograph relic card. Damn! I didn't. That's what it said on the Wikipedia, Adam Bomb. That it said it started at 7 a.m. Pacific. That's what it said on there. I was just reading what it said. That's pretty solid cards there, my friend. I need to start doing more of those boxes. What did you think about that, Dave? Were you interested in that? Maybe doing some more boxes?
Yeah, heck, I was thinking about hey, that sounds pretty interesting. If these cards are getting worth any money, why not?
Bob back in my day, Zach Gibson.
That's what I said. But okay, but back in my day, I'm gonna sound like one of these old timers. Tony, back in my day, we did baseball cards and football cards. We didn't do wrestling cards, but yeah, we used to
No,
always do the
I
baseball
never
trading
bought
cards.
a pack of cards and got a double autograph revival card, looked it up, and it's worth a quarter. Oh, that's now that's that's a troll shot at Speeds right there. I know that is that. Damn, that's that's messed up. I was not a big wrestling card collector. I was more of a basketball card collector.
Yep.
Um,
Baseball and football for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I know that's why I should have read it probably, and I knew it was something wrong with it because I know the West Coast is 2 hours behind us.
You
Getting
know
back
that?
to where did they sell those at, Speeds? Did they sell those at Target, or do I have to look online for those? I actually got to go to a card store. What was that, Dave?
Do you remember this? I don't know if you guys had it down there or not, but they used to have this little jerky that you could buy. It would be like almost in a chew tobacco can, but it would be baseball card at the bottom of it.
No, I do not
Yeah,
remember that.
I just want to get those baseball. Yeah, we were big on baseball cards up here, but yeah, that's a
Yeah,
golf course.
wasn't I was more of a basketball collector, man. I still have mine my binder in my closet. It's my son's closet put up
Should,
away.
should go sell it, make you some money.
I can't, man. I have some cards there that I could probably sell and get some decent change for. That I just couldn't find myself doing it. It just too much, memories and would love to drop, get handed down one day. There's nothing like
Uh,
anything that's crazy expensive, but I do have a couple Michael Jordan cards. I have a Jason Kidd autograph card, just stuff like that. I used to collect Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Basketball, Dragon Ball Z. Hey, man, all that's if it's worth money, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see, undisputed are the ones that are wicked expensive, but there's an autograph in every pack. Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, I got Elite Jobbers edition of the Revival. Damn, golly, Naya and Tamina left Starcade for drinks. I wouldn't doubt it. I actually loved Revival NXT. I'm pissed how they've been screwed over. Yeah, trust me, we do not like the way the Revival are treated or being mishandled on WWE main roster or on Raw, I should say. It's a shame. We've talked about this many times on this show that they just treat their good, legit tag teams like shit. And the Revival are getting punished for something that they really couldn't control, and that's just getting injured. So,
no, I think they're getting punished for saying the word wrestling.
hey, Tone,
Because
right
Vince
click
is
on the
sports
background
entertainment.
name and OBS select order, move to top. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, I'll do that after the show. I don't, I don't, I'll do it. I saw you tweeted me, Spees. I'll look that up definitely after the show, just so I can. I don't want to mess anything up. Plus, we're about to end tonight's show as well. But again, thank you, Spees, for the awesome. What do you think? Have you seen it, Dave? Have you been on Periscope to see the new layout?
Yeah, but I'll definitely be checking it out.
You better check it out, Dave. Damn it. Speeds put a lot of hard work into this. He did a great job. Revival Sanity and especially the colognes. Oh God, the colognes, the colognes, the colognes.
Hey, maybe you
Oh
can
my
get
God.
you a Los Matadors card.
That's oh my God. What was that little dude's name again? Um
El Dorito or something like
oh
that.
Dorito? El
I don't know.
Torito?
I
Something
don't
like
know.
that. Ah, jeez. I got like three Nia Jax cards. They have a regular card and card for different pay-per-views moments about her. I got I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out. That's something definitely to open up on the show too. Well, yeah, so much news tonight, Red Sox fan. Enough news that we went for about an hour and 15 minutes. This is not that long of a show, but we touched I thought a lot of ground and it was a good show. El Torito, there we go. El Torito. So Monday night we got Raw. We have AOP taking on the Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. Anything else worth talking about Monday Night Raw? I don't think they haven't announced anything else.
Yeah, I really don't know anything else to touch on. I mean, that's basically it. We touched on a lot.
Speed said my son got an El Torito relic as a hit in one of his boxes. How much is that? How much is a relic El Torito card? $2? That
A
can't be worth
peso.
nothing. Put me to sleep for a little. Well, hey, I'm glad I could help you fall asleep a little bit, Red Sox fan. I'm here for your pleasure, my friend. I know you come on here just to see my lovely face and hear my voice. If it puts you to sleep, I'm doing my job. That's what I came to do. Lashley versus Elias on Raw as well. So that's something else to look forward to as well. So has been announced. Thank you, DX. Appreciate that. Stephanie and Corbin will open the show, says Adam Baum. I'm more than likely Baron Corbin, LSU and A&M in 4 overtime. Damn. Too bad
Better
A&M
than that.
sucks. Too bad A&M sucks.
Other game today on Fox at noon.
Yeah, oh God, Michigan and Ohio State. Jesus Lord. That was not even a game. It was a game till halftime, and then after that it was just a shellacking. So sorry, Michigan Wolverine fans. Y'all got put to bed early in that game. Jesus Lord. And then you got, 4 overtime game right now with LSU and A&M. A&M is just garbage. And I live in Texas, so I'm a Longhorn fan, so I guess you could see why I would say that. LSU got hosed. They also had power couple cards. My best 2 are Trish and Jeff Hardy and Kane and Lita. Wow. Damn, I'm gonna have to
Jeff Hardy?
You got that at you got that at Target? I might have to check that out and get one of those. Maybe do an opening tomorrow or something. Again, we'll be live again with you guys Tuesday after SmackDown Live, touching on Raw and SmackDown. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are in the screen right now. You got the Get the Tables is the official Twitter account for Get the Tables. Homie the Clown 24 is my Twitter account. We got Justin0805. I know he hasn't been on the show in a little while, but he's hopefully going to be on the show by the end of the year, getting a new computer. Bizarre 1000, we all know who that is, and Alex, who has had an unfortunate passing in his family this past week, so he wasn't able to be on the show tonight. So we wish all the well wishes to him. So you're an expert on college teams. Oh no, golly. Oh, geez, Adam Baum. All 20 teams are all below 500. The Spurs are below 500. I have to go look at their standings right now. I don't think they are. They might be. I hope not. Nice idea. Shawn Michaels pop figure today. What? Thank you, Speeds. Wow, that was very nice of you.
Who won that Sabres Red Wings game tonight?
I don't know. I didn't look it up, but hey. Red Sox fan. That's one team that's doing really good is my Sabres. I don't touch on them a lot because there hasn't been much to touch on them for the last couple of years. But my Buffalo Sabres, they're doing pretty well for themselves. I'm not sure if they won tonight. I know they were playing your Red Wings, but I think they're on a 8-game winning streak if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
doing pretty damn good. 3rd place. So back off. Yes,
Eastern Conference is
look at Red Sox fan wishing you a happy birthday. Look at these happy birthdays.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Speeds, for that awesome gesture. Again, don't forget to follow us on YouTube as well. We're live on YouTube. Just hit 100 subscribers, so you just jump on the bagwag. Oh, come on, Dave. You know I've been a Sabres fan for quite some time.
Yeah, you have. Ever since I've known you, like Buffalo.
And they've just been shit. They're just been shit. How often do we ever touch on hockey? Ever?
I know, right?
Like we've never touched on hockey, so it's like don't even try me, man, because you just became a fan like a few moments ago. Yeah, just popped on Twitter, saw that they were on an 8-game winning streak, and said, you know what, I'm a Buffalo Sabres fan. Got to go with them. Speed says you hope you had a good. They won. Sabres won. There you go.
They cheated.
They're gonna win the title. I just feel it. If they make the playoffs, I'll just be happy at that. One person has to do it in the chat since the host can't. God damn. I wish Dave a happy birthday on Twitter and on here. What the hell do you want me to do, Red Sox fan? Jesus. Never touched on New Japan. Well, I didn't want to. So eat a dick, Red Sox fan. How about that? I didn't want to touch on New Japan Pro Wrestling tonight. And what is there to touch on ROH? Dave, is there anything to touch on ROH? I know they're coming here live. And
Final battle's coming up.
Final battle. Okay. Any news on that?
Cody Rhodes and Jay Lethal.
That should be a dandy of a match. I'll give them that.
I think it's Marty versus Chris Daniels. I think I just off the top of my head, I can't remember the entire card, but I know the Kingdom is facing somebody. But I do know that Marty Scurll was Chris Daniels. I'm pretty sure.
Uh, Adam
Scurll.
Bomb says
Sorry.
Thanksgiving and Christmas should definitely include more sports talk. Y'all talk about AEW. We mentioned a little bit about it, Bliss side, but I think that was before you were on the
Oh,
show.
AEW. I thought you said AMW. I'm like, oh, they've been a tag team years.
Red Sox fan. Oh god, oh god, y'all are funny. Y'all are good. Y'all are great. Y'all are great. This we have this fan base is uncontrolled. Oh, Marty Jannetty. What about Marty Jannetty? Pretty sure Cody's gonna lose. Says Bliss side. Tony don't want to talk about AEW because I hadn't looked up on the news about it. I touched on that
The only
already.
news that's really out is about it that they filed a trademark, for all elite wrestling or whatever it's called. All elite wrestling. That's all that I think that's what it's called. AEW. So yeah, and that's the only thing that everyone has been buzzing about because they filed that trademark.
Oh,
So
of course, of course. Let's see. Christopher Daniels versus Marta Scroll is happening for the first time ever. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. We'll still look it
Daniels
up.
is probably doing the job.
Now we'll touch more of it on next weekend's show, Red Sox fan, when it's old news, because that's what we're good at. A four-corner survival match for the Women of Honor Championship, says Adam Bomb as well. All right, thank you for letting us know more of that. I didn't AEW Double or Nothing. Tony likes let's see, AEW, ROH, New Japan all combined. Where's James Storm? James Storm is doing independent wrestling, I guess. I would hope to see him with Bobby Roode someday again. That would be awesome. Did you see Zack Sabre Jr. is debuting in ROH soon? No, I did not see that, but I know he's facing Neville next year in a show in January, and that's a match I want to see badly. That match I want to see badly. Um, and Double or Nothing rumored name for All In 2 and All Out. I think that's what Bliss was saying earlier. Wow. They trademarked a lot of names. Any updates on Trevor Lee? No, other than Trevor Lee saying that he wants to go to the WWE. So there you go. That shows you
He's
that
still in Impact apparently.
he's still jobbing in Impact,
But he
apparently.
wasn't on there this week, so at least he didn't take the loss and wear the
They
turkey
filed
suit.
for Tuesday Night Dynamite, so AEW will probably be on Tuesdays.
Hmm.
Huge stuff's coming in 2019. It seems like it's not Neville fuckface. My bad. Pac, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Neville. I'm gonna call him King Neville. Is that better? How about did you? I didn't get more into it. I didn't see the news on it, but the title was Neville left was upset with WWE with the push of Enzo.
Yeah, I see. I didn't really see that part too. I was like, no surprise there.
Saber
So
versus Jonathan Gresham for final battle. Oh, that should be good. But yeah, I think that's gonna pretty much wrap up the show because now we're just kind of rambling on. I mean, we touched on sports, which we rarely do. Um, we don't really do much. We haven't really talked to other than yep, WWE bias stuff all the time. You know it. We love it. You come in here to troll it, and we love it. So we'll be back on Tuesday night, touching on Raw and SmackDown Live, and then Saturday we'll be shooting the shit episode 31. That's pretty crazy that we've already done almost 31 episodes of shooting the shit. Um, Dave, did you go out and buy Enzo's new album?
I did not.
No. I'm sure you didn't miss out on anything.
I didn't see no one selling CDs out of the trunk of a car, so no, I didn't.
Look, B says he's hoping to get Gresham on his show soon. That'd be awesome to see. Again, if you haven't already, follow Speeds in the Benchmark. They are also live Mondays and Thursdays. touching on what's going on at the WWE and all wrestling as well. So definitely give them a follow. It'd be I'd really appreciate that if you did that. They do a lot of great work on Periscope and on YouTube. So give them a follow as well. Uh, let's see what else. It's called Shooting the Shit. Not you talking a lot of old crap. Yeah, I got you, Red Sox fan. You can stop trolling whatever you like tonight. Have a great night, everyone. From Jody Mania, see you Tuesday, ACH to 205 live. Oh, Red Sox fan says. And he's married to Jordan Gray, so we're gonna work on getting her as well. Damn, you get a duo out of it, Speeds. That'd be awesome. Do you think Big Cass bought his album? That's a funny ass question. Do you think Big Cass bought Enzo's album?
Probably not. I don't care.
Adam Baum said he referenced Liv Morgan and holy fuck, reading the lyrics was tough. I don't want him. This singing kind of just like I can't believe
it's not singing. It's not.
I can't believe he's retiring from wrestling to pursue a music career. That's just insane to me.
He was never a good wrestler anyway.
I understand that, but he at least could make more money, I think, by being an independent wrestler than what he's doing now.
Look at people. He probably just wanted to use the wrestling or WWE itself for a platform, and that's what he's doing now. And that's why he did that stunt at Survivor Series.
Yeah, Speeds. If you can get those guys on the show, that would be pretty sweet. That'd be really good for you guys as well to get Jordan Grace and Gresham on the show. That'd be great. So, all right, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. We'll be back on Tuesday night. We'll be touching Enzo high off drugs. Abso-freaking-lutely. I wouldn't doubt that. I just wish Enzo the best. You know, with all this hate and all this stuff getting towards him, I just hope that it doesn't get too serious with him. You know how these artists get sometimes when they find drugs and stuff like that. We've already seen people already pass away from it. I don't want to see that happen to Enzo. And it could go that route. It really could. It really could. He'd get his ass kicked by a lot of veterans for his antics. You're talking about Enzo? Yeah. He thinks he's better than everybody, and that's what got him where he's at now, pretty much. Any update on Ellsworth? Nope. I haven't heard anything about Ellsworth news. Have you?
Nope. Don't really go looking for it either, though.
Yeah, I haven't gone out and looked any news updates on Ellsworth, but I haven't heard anything about being arrested or charged with anything. So it's pretty crazy how the news started circulating so quick and then it just kind of died out. You haven't really heard much about it anymore. So Enzo is bringing it all on himself for being honest. Yes, you're absolutely right, Adam Baum. He is. So that's going to about wrap it up. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. Again, thank you, Spees, for the hard work on the outline tonight. Definitely work on everything that you were saying that you were tweeting me out on Twitter. I do appreciate that. We appreciate everybody who came in here and got us over 2,600 views tonight. We do appreciate that. Bliss Side, Red Sox fan, Derek, Alice, Kevin, Spees, Mr. Stone Cold himself, Budweiser here, Adam Awesome. Is this a porn bot? Nope. Francis, Michael Johnson, Jody Mania. Who else did I miss?
PW Insider?
No, Alistair Fiend. Any updates on Braun Strowman other than that he's going to be having elbow surgery? Ellsworth is probably going to Ring Warriors. I wouldn't doubt it. Probably because there's an investigation going on regarding Ellsworth. Yeah, that's probably more than likely. It's NZO. I saw. Oh, he has a new spelling for it. NZO. It's Enzo spelled NZO without the E now. So just get that right. Because they came out with cheap ripoffs of NWO like shirts and it says NZO on it. I don't get it. Good job, Enzo. And then he put out shirts of his little costume that he wore on the Survivor Series. Good for him. All right, give out my shitty outro. You got it, my friend. So you guys have a great one. Start of the week's coming up, so we hope everybody has a great Sunday and watching football, maybe eating some more leftovers. Have a safe Sunday because we want you to have a great Monday going into Raw, going into the Speeds and the Benchmark show, going to work, gym, whatever have you, whatever Monday consists of. We hope you have a great one because we want to see all of you on Tuesday. And it's only fitting we end tonight's show with some Disco Inferno, everybody, so you can groove your own way out of here. Dave, any last thoughts before we end tonight's show?
My ears are about to start bleeding.
Might need another hiatus after tonight. Oh no, Red Sox fan is already going into storyline mode. Will we see another hiatus from the Red Sox fan? Find out next week. Go to church tomorrow, peeps, says Michael Johnson. There you go. You heard the man. Go to church tomorrow, everybody. You guys have a great
that
one.
Raw will be good.
Yeah, let's hope Raw is good. That's all we can really hope for, excuse me. So thank you guys for joining us. We're going to groove to some Disco Inferno. That's just for you, Adam Bomb. Thank you guys so damn much for all the support you guys give us on a weekly and nightly basis. Follow us over on our Twitter. Follow us over on our YouTube. We'd really appreciate all the support you can give us. And don't forget that big holiday giveaway next month, everybody. So we do appreciate all the support. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and you guys have a great one.